Welcome to the debut episode of K&S Exposed. This is K.
Hi, I'm Kristy.
And I'm S. Shawn. The conceit of this series that we want to do is to expose each other to films that we had not seen before. The first week for this test episode, Kristy had the choice of film, and she chose
Erin Brockovich.
A
little Soderbergh action.
2000 Academy Award winning Erin Brockovich. I had never seen it before.
So the premises of why a movie has not been seen by each of us is, Shawn, why have you never seen this movie before?
Nothing initially compelled me to see this movie. I can't really explain why. Perhaps Julia Roberts I felt was too overexposed at the time that this movie came out. Nothing that I had seen her in previously led me to believe that she was a strong film-selling actress to me.
Right, but how so many people have seen this movie and it winning Academy Awards. Just ironic that you have never seen it. So, just saying.
A lot of movies come out. A lot of movies.
I haven't seen everything either.
Limited time.
As you know, just saying. Academy Award. You might be the only one on the planet that has not seen this, especially it being Soderbergh, which I believe you're a Soderbergh fan.
I admire Soderbergh, yes. I wouldn't say that I am too much of a fan of Soderbergh because he has a very eclectic selection of movies. There's movies that I think are 5-star bangers that he has done. And there are movies that I never want to watch again. Those 5-star bangers would include Ocean's 11, Traffic, Schizopolis, which is one of my favorite films. And then there's movies that I just don't care to ever really see again, which is the rest of the Ocean's series. Outside of Ocean's 11.
Oh, I love the Ocean's movies for the most part.
The first one is fantastic.
Okay.
And it's diminishing returns.
Okay, well, the one with the chicks, Ocean's 8? Okay. Saw that in the theater.
Which I also have never been exposed to.
Oh, and you're okay with that. I saw that in the theater without you. I went by myself after work one day, and Sandra Bullock, you're not really missing too much, but most of the Ocean's movies are good in my opinion, for the most part.
Is Ocean's 8 better than The Lost City?
Oh, okay, that was a little bit of a hit there too. So The Lost City was not bad, but Ocean's 8 didn't have Channing Tatum. So
this is true.
This is true. I mean, a lot of girls in it. Awkwafina was in it. She's funny as always, but didn't have pretty boys like Channing in it. So could add a little Channing in there to mix it up, but wasn't bad.
Magic Mike had Channing Tatum, also a Soderbergh joint.
Touche. Okay, good point.
Was it made better or worse for the lack of Sandra Bullock or Julia Roberts?
Oh, well, you're not a Julia Roberts fan.
Not a fan. I do not hate Julia Roberts, but I've never been. I think she's perfectly competent as an actress.
And while we're talking about this, I do want to throw in, because you're not the only one. My brother's pretty much my best friend, and we both love movies equally. He has never been a fan of her. Thought she was ugly, big teeth, what have you, just never did it for him. So, but now ironically, you brought up Sandra Bullock. Granted, it was on the Soderbergh line that we were talking about, but this movie was, because I'm full of, as my husband knows, I'm full of useless information that I retain. This was based on a true story, which I believe you already knew, correct?
Yes, I knew that going in.
Okay, it was also written by Susanna Grant, who has done other things. Ironically, she wrote 28 Days with Sandra Bullock. You probably don't know this. I don't know if you follow this. She also wrote In Her Shoes. Not a lot of people are big fans of that one. I am personally.
I liked In Her Shoes. I thought.
Did you like In Her Shoes?
In Her Shoes was a good movie.
It is a good movie.
I do not share that same sentiment about 28 Days.
You did not like 28 Days?
No, I did not like 28
Okay,
Days.
We are segueing a little bit from Erin Brockovich, but this is actually important. You didn't like 28 Days?
No, I did not like 28 Days.
Why?
Just have another drink, Sandra Bullock.
I thought she was really good in that. Really good acting. Better than Lost City, which...
Oh, sure. But Lost City was a comedy, and 28 Days was far from that. Sandra Bullock was in both Speed movies. I wouldn't exactly condemn her for her work
Okay, well, she should not have done Speed 2. Okay, that's why Keanu said, I'm out. I'm not doing it. But she was amazing in Speed. Her and Keanu, also useless information, dated for a bit. But she also, Keanu was like, yeah, I'm not doing Speed 2 because I'm not, I'm not stupid. So hence Jason Patrick stepping in. But we don't have enough time to talk about Jason Patrick's career.
And we're here to talk about Erin Brockovich.
Yes, we are. But see, this is where it's going to go, and we're going to segue into different things. Back to In Her Shoes, which not a lot of people are fans of that, but I am. Yeah, I gave it 5 stars. But we're back to Susanna Grant, who wrote Erin Brockovich. You know what else she did? Because we are now back to Erin Brockovich. She also did Catch and Release. Not only did she write it, she directed it. I'm also a big fan of Catch and Release. I just kind of found it funny.
So she likes writing scripts about women who find themselves in
perhaps
strange situations.
Perhaps. Did you find it funny, the intro of Erin Brockovich with her shoes? Where the Erin Brockovich with her heels. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I saw a little correlation there within her shoes. I don't know.
I didn't make that connection, but I also did not realize
you didn't know who wrote it. Yeah,
who did both.
Did you know Erin Brockovich herself was in the movie?
What role did she play in the movie?
She played the waitress.
The waitress.
When they went after she lost her court case. And she took her kids. Yes. And the blonde waitress.
And she said that she wasn't going to eat anything. She was just feeding the kids. Okay.
I didn't know if you knew that was Erin Brockovich.
Did not know that.
Herself. I didn't want to tell you during the movie because you had never seen it and just wanted to see if you would catch it, which a lot of people probably didn't catch it.
So, why did you choose Erin Brockovich to be the debut film of this podcast?
That's a great question. Firstly, I believe we were sitting with a couple of friends, and when we decided to attempt this little endeavor, and I believe we were speaking of Julia Roberts, and although you don't have hatred for her, mm-hmm. there was a little bit of, yeah, I'm not a fan, and I was trying to bring up a good movie she was in, other than her debut, which was Pretty Woman. Which, by the way, Mystic Pizza.
Mystic Pizza came out before.
No. I meant her debut when she blew up.
As the lead.
Yes. Mystic Pizza is also a favorite, as you know. Mm-hmm. Love it, love it, love it. Then she lost 25 pounds. More useless information here, by the way, people. 25 pounds to do Pretty Woman, and that was her debut. And then she blew up, pretty much, as Julia Roberts. And we can't really talk about Flatliners here either because I don't think a lot of people like that movie. But
we can talk about Flatliners.
Well, we could. But
so back in 2000.
Okay.
Well, let me back up.
I believe Flatliners was late 90s.
91, I think.
Oh God, was it early?
Could even be 1990.
Okay.
I'd have to look at it.
I'm not going to fact check you right now, but okay.
So, what was your first exposure to Erin Brockovich? Did you see it in theaters? My
favorite actress back in the day used to be Julia Roberts. My favorite actor was Hugh Grant. I don't know if this stemmed from Notting Hill when they were in that together, but there was a time where these were my two favorite actors.
But Notting Hill came out after. No, or did it?
Notting Hill was 90s.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay.
It was before this, I believe.
I'll take your word on it. I mean, I'm not familiar. I was trying to piece together Julia Roberts' timeline. And like I know her from Mystic Pizza, her debut, her like real debut.
Yeah.
Then Pretty Woman, of course, was a blow up film for
Sorry,
her.
Notting Hill was 1999.
So it was just
so it was just before this. Mystic Pizza, she started.
I
guess I'm defending Julia Roberts because
Sure.
you're not a fan, so that's what I'm trying to do.
So this is where I can't picture the timeline without looking at it. Mystic Pizza came out in the late 80s, and then Pretty Woman was 1990. I'm fairly certain it was 1990. And then during the 90s, where was Julia Roberts at? I mean, she was in... I feel like there's a gap in my Julia Roberts knowledge at that time, too. She was in The Pelican Brief. I know that was during that time period.
Right, also
that came out in the
90s
90s sometime.
Yeah. No, she did a little bit of everything. Notting Hill being 1999... Sorry, segue back to the question of why I started watching Erin Brockovich. Only because I did enjoy her as an actress, but I'm also my love of Mystic Pizza, and then I did like Pretty Woman. I felt it was a good movie, and her blowing up and then doing all her items that she did in the 90s, but then this in 2000, I feel no one really took her seriously. So
around the time this movie came out, were you compelled to watch this movie because of Julia Roberts, or were you compelled for other reasons, or were you aware of Erin Brockovich's real life story and that's what drove your interest?
Yeah,
or was it really just truly you enjoy Julia Roberts, you consider her one of your favorite actresses, and that's why you wanted to see her?
I think that's pretty much the case, that I felt she was. Could I pinpoint more than one thing why I liked her? Why did I like Hugh Grant? Why was he my favorite actor? As you know, I'm a huge John Cusack fan, so he's one of my favorites, but Al Pacino used to be like my man, my favorite actor. Hugh Grant stole it for me in several things, and then Notting Hill for me was whoops-a-daisy, that part in it. I just felt like I was just compelled for these two. And then when Erin Brockovich came out in 2000, I did know the story, the PG&E story, and that it was based on a true story. It was getting hella reviews, like before it even came out.
Oh, for sure.
And again, shocked you haven't seen it, because still 2000, 22 years ago. I mean, I just wonder, where have you been? I mean, I think you need me to tell you to see these good movies.
It's true. I never would have seen movies at all if not for you.
Oh, okay. So, now we're being a smart ass. We don't need to do that. But I get it, because I haven't seen a lot of stuff either, hence Exposed.
No one has the time to see everything. So
no, this is true.
And if I could, I would.
Yes. But this came out, it was amazing. I felt it garnered her attention that she had not gotten before. Trust me, I don't love her. She's like she's no longer like my fave, kind of, like, she's not up there. I don't know that I even have one right now in terms of the female, favorite actress. I love me some Winona Ryder, don't get me wrong. But that's my girl crush on Winona, so that's a different story. But that's another podcast for another time. But it finally garnered her attention, and she won the Oscar for it. And this was, I don't know if you remember Benjamin Bratt. Mm-hmm. She was married to Benjamin Bratt. I believe he was on one of those, what the hell was that show? Like a lawyer show? I can't remember.
Law and Order?
I think it was Law and Order. Anyway, interestingly, more stupid facts. When she won the Oscar, and they were trying to cut her off with the music, and she said, "No, I'm not stopping talking because I don't know when I'm going to be up here again." And what was interesting, she did not thank, and I'll have to rewatch it, her speech. She did not. She thanked everybody but Erin Brockovich.
Damn.
Yeah. Damn. Little known fact. And if anybody's listening and you want to go ahead and Google her speech, go for it. I I will bet my house right now she forgot she named everybody but Erin Brockovich, which was a little shitty.
She demanded extra time to finish her speech,
but did not thank Erin Brockovich.
Couldn't drop the actual real person that she portrayed.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. Look, pearls for you guys to take home with you tonight after listening to this. Because if you need useless information, come see me. I have it. I know it. I'm almost positive of that.
So, just for anyone listening, okay. Julia Roberts won Best Actress for Erin Brockovich.
Yes.
In the 2001 Academy Awards, because it was the following year.
Yes.
Who she was up against was Joan Allen for The Contender, Juliette Binoche from Chocolat, Ellen Bernstein from Requiem for a Dream, and Laura Linney from You Can Count on Me. That being said, this is not a knock against any of these actresses at all.
All amazing in their own right.
This was Julia Roberts' year to shine because, in my opinion,
she was the belle of the ball.
In my heart of heart opinions, having now seen Erin Brockovich, she did a better acting job. I'm putting an asterisk on that than the rest of these actresses, with the exception that I would say of Ellen Bernstein in Requiem for a Dream. However, I honestly don't think Ellen Bernstein should have been in the leading role category. She should have been in a supporting role. Because that's Jennifer Connelly's movie.
Okay.
And honestly, I'm blown away that Jennifer Connelly wasn't nominated for Requiem for a Dream in this role at all.
Can you tell me, now that you've seen this, first of all, letterbox review aside, you have not done.
Right.
I would like to know, after seeing this tonight, would you say, heart of hearts, you not being a huge Julia Roberts fan, would you say she deserved the Oscar?
No.
Ouch.
I'm not saying that she did a bad job. Far from it. I mean, this was a very good role for her. And I'll give her the credit, I'll give it a maybe, just because this is her movie. There's no nominees in this movie for Best Supporting Actress. Because there really is no supporting actress. I mean, she's the primary hold on this movie. And
Ed Masry, which is
her employer.
Yes, who was nominated Finney.
Albert Finney.
Albert Finney, who is no longer with us.
Right.
Passed in 2019, I believe. Also, a little bit of tidbit. Got to jump in here. Brenda. Okay. Brenda, his receptionist. Are you getting all this down, Krispy Kreme?
Krispy Kreme?
Okay.
Yeah.
Conchata, how do you say your name? Conchata Farrell?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not going to...
Also, Mystic Pizza. See the full circle? She played the owner of Mystic Pizza. She also passed in 2020. More useless information, but also important, because when Brenda and Ed Masry, Finney and Farrell, are going at it it's a secretary. I was rewatching this tonight going, oh, you two greats. They're both past.
But in, not Albert Finney, obviously, but the other actresses that are in this movie. I think the strongest acting in this movie of the women comes from the, oh my God, I forgot her name already.
Anna?
The one who has cancer from the irradiated water.
Oh, Mark held Herberger.
The guy that was on
we
CSI.
Yeah.
For years and years and years.
The one I can't say your name. I don't know why Marge.
If I had to pick a supporting actress to be on a list for best supporting actress,
the Jensens.
She was incredible.
Yes, exactly. She was. Look, I've seen this probably. You've not seen this once. I still got a little emotional with this one tonight, only because, I'm pretty emotional as it is in general with movies, and things hit me like a little bit quicker, but that it was a true story. All these numbers were correct. I believe the article states they asked the real Erin Brockovich, do you feel this was true to the story? And she feels it was 98% accurate, what went down. I'm sure she had so much to say about the movie, and then a lot of it was added in, of course.
Sure.
all this didn't really happen, certain scenes, but...
Well, 98% of it's accurate.
But if she thinks 98% of it's accurate, yeah.
I mean, what, did they not go out for pancakes that morning?
Yeah, exactly. Well, right, but okay. But you don't think it's a little weird? Like, she didn't mention her in her acceptance speech?
I think that's
like
boneheaded. But here's the thing: if I got up there and was nominated for something, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah,
I'd probably thank myself.
No, if you'd what?
I'd thank myself for being so great.
Yeah. Well, you are.
And and without myself, I wouldn't be there.
Well, if you didn't thank me, if you don't think, if you didn't thank your wife, it's just like, okay, we get over it. But like, you didn't thank the person you were portraying. Hence, the movie is about you.
It's a bit much. Without Erin Brockovich would not exist.
Right.
And correct me if I'm wrong, because you know this information. Has Julia Roberts been on the Best Acting block ever since? Has she been nominated for anything after this?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot. I to my knowledge, no.
I don't even know, and this is not being snarky, I don't even know if she's had anything as high profile as this following this, where she properly led the movie. I mean, my best friend's wedding was a '90s film, right? So
that was a great movie.
Oh no, it's a really good movie.
But
it was also Hugh Grant.
Also, Runaway. What?
Wait,
what did you say? That no, Rupert. Friend.
Yeah.
Is that his last name?
I don't know.
Okay.
Fucking.
No. Huh? Don't bash on the British. Is that what you just said? You're terrible. You're absolutely terrible. I love the British. Hugh Grant, love you still. No, she also did. Runaway Bride.
Runaway Bride.
That was a good one. That was Richard Gere.
That might have been in the 2000s.
No, I
after
still
this.
think that was 90s.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, are we terrible?
Did this movie? Why did Erin Brockovich kill Julia Roberts' career? Why has she been in nothing of note since this?
Well, you do know the curse, though, right? There is a little bit of a curse. Okay. Do you want to go back to...
this is the Oscars, not the Grammys.
No, do you want to really go back to what the curse could be? Marissa Tomei, look, you were amazing in My Cousin Vinny. You won the Oscar. I thought you were amazing. You're going to probably pull up who she was against that year. I showed you, I believe, last week, her acceptance speech. What's funny is that she didn't even seem surprised that she won. I think she was up against some shit like Meryl Streep and stuff. I mean, come on.
Well, you're not winning if you're up against Meryl Streep.
But, I don't know. She was up against some pretty good contenders. Just saying. But this is the Marissa Tomei curse. Not that we don't like Marissa Tomei, but should she have won for My Cousin Vinny? I would have thrown her a Golden Globe. But, I mean, I don't know if she should have won the Oscar, but, I mean, I really, really, really like the movie, but just saying.
So what we're missing here, and this is egg on my face as well, because I don't typically tend to go see Julia Roberts-led productions.
Okay.
But she was in some big ones that I was
The Pelican Brief is amazing.
Pelican Brief was a 90s movie. I'm trying to find stuff after Erin Brockovich that she was a lead in, or one of the leads. So, Eat, Pray, Love was a big one. Mona Lisa Smile was another one, which I hadn't seen. She was in that Mirror, Mirror, I want to not Disney version of Snow White as the evil queen.
Right.
But yeah, so she's had a few lead
Eat, Pray, Love was good. I saw that. I enjoyed it. I don't know that you or my brother would have enjoyed it. Kind of a chick flick, little bit, but I mean, it was a good movie.
It's definitely one that never really hit my radar. What I want to know, Kristy, and you're the only one that can answer this, why is Letterboxd telling me that she was on Friends: The Reunion? Was Julia Roberts ever on Friends?
Yes, she was. She hooked up with... Oh, my God. Do I have to educate you on everything?
She'd sleep with Joey?
Yes. No. Remember Chandler. So, Chandler... Oh, my gosh.
This is divergent.
No, I know,
from
no,
Erin
no,
Brockovich.
no. I'm so afraid anyone listening is going to go like fact checked all of this and then come back and go, Kristy, you are completely wrong. But she hooked up with Chandler. Remember when she was in grade school? I think Chandler pulled down her underpants in school.
That's assault, Chandler.
No, so that, or like in whatever, back in their day. So then she decided to hook up with him, and then she pulled down his pants or something and left him in the bathroom without his clothes. But like she was being all sexy, like she was gonna like hook up with Chandler.
Oh my God, I do remember.
You remember?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, I do.
and then that was her like getting back at him all those years
right. And he
later.
had to come
So
out of the
yes, that's why
bathroom
she was at the
naked.
Friends
Right,
reunion.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't have to teach you everything.
You know,
do I?
no.
Okay.
You have to remind me of everything
Okay.
sometimes.
So,
but yes,
okay.
now that you bring that important part of
And
television
don't test me on
history-
Friends, because that's another podcast.
That's why I asked the question.
Okay, I know. I'm just saying it's another podcast, and we would be here all goddamn night if that was the case.
So, non-Julia Roberts talk
Okay.
about Erin Brockovich. Once again, I hate to bang this drama on Julia Roberts. I actually really enjoyed the supporting cast of this movie.
As did I.
Really enjoyed
Aaron
it.
Eckhart, stop it.
Aaron
Why are
Eckhart-
you so hot?
Aaron Eckhart was fine.
Oh,
He-
he's
he was-
fine.
he was
Oh,
good.
he's fine.
Well,
He is fine.
for in a
Oh,
that
but
he
okay.
looks like the skinny Seth Rogen in this role. He did really well. I mean, it's one of his earlier roles that
Yeah.
I know him from, but
Unrecognizable because I've seen him in other roles where he's obviously not the beard, like not the long hair, the biker in this. Yes, and I'm just like, damn, he is sexy. But he's still like, he's great in this. He's a good actor.
he's
in
very
this.
good and he gives his character has good emotional depth to it too for his limited screen time compared
Yes.
to everybody else. But I was really blown away by Finney. Like Albert Finney,
Oh,
to me, makes this whole movie.
he's amazing. He's amazing, and rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
That's who you were talking about earlier, Marg
Mark Helgenberger,
Helgenberger from CSI.
who is the best supporting
Who was
actress in this movie.
yes,
in my
exactly.
opinion.
But Finney, there's not enough to say about Finney. He's funny. He's adorable. How they fight, like back and forth, almost like they're dating,
Yep.
but yet not. There's so many one-liners in this that are like just amazing. He's so good in this, so good. Love him in general though. So
Yeah, his character is very well written and definitely better performed. I am shocked for the accolades that this movie that with the accolades that this movie received.
Yeah.
He was not nominated for Best Supporting Actor. I think that's kind of bullshit, honestly. Ironically, that year Benicio del Toro won Best Actor for Traffic, which was another Steven Soderbergh movie.
oh yes, exactly.
So
Exactly.
it was a good year for
Yeah.
Soderbergh
No,
for
he-
sure
yeah,
to
for
drop
sure.
both Erin Brockovich and Traffic in the same year. It was also a good year for orange-toned movies because wow, this movie is lit very orange. The whole movie, every scene, it's like the sun is blaring down.
I'm trying to think of the Soderbergh Roberts movie. It's driving me nuts. Who?
Ocean's 11.
No. The one she played off of. Oh, it was such a good movie. It'll come to me in a minute.
The Soderbergh movie.
Yeah, with
that stars Julia Roberts, and it's not Ocean's 11.
no, it's not
Erin
Ocean's
Brockovich.
11, and the dude. Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts because I can see his face right now. You're gonna have to help me out here.
I'm trying to work on this right now. This is compelling.
No, and I believe it was kind of like a. What was Crash the one with 4 stories? It's not Crash.
No, Julia Roberts was not in Crash, and Soderbergh didn't direct Crash either.
I think it was the dude that she was in with My Best Friend's Wedding. Is it Rupert Friend? Is that his name?
I'm at a loss of other Julia Roberts. Full Frontal? Was she in Full Frontal?
She was in full frontal, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. Anyway, let's move on because we don't want to bore our audience with
guessing games.
Yeah, guessing games, or you're like screaming it at home because you're like, oh my god, this is what This is what she's talking about. So now, back to
whatever movie it is you're talking about. I want to see it.
Okay,
make that your next.
It will be. It's in my. You know when something's in your head, people. It's in your head. It's right there, like a runaway bride. Exactly. Which, did you see that? Or My Best Friend's Wedding? My Best Friend's
I've
Wedding.
I've seen My Best Friend's Wedding.
And I'm only segueing back to Julia Roberts as what did you like her in? Specifically, at all?
Well, no, I like Pretty Woman. I like Mystic Pizza.
Okay.
I like movies that Julia Roberts is in. I've just never been sold on a movie because she's in it. I've never been actively steered away from a movie because she's in it.
As an example, my brother would take that opposite. My brother did not disliked her so much. He was like, yeah, I just don't like her. I really don't want to see anything she's in. And I was like, well, she's not terrible. But I mean, I guess if you have that like aversion to somebody, like you're just like, no, I just don't want to do it. But Closer? Is that it?
Closer's a very good movie.
I know. I think it's Closer, but I'm sorry if I thought it was Soderbergh. This was going to drive me nuts.
Closer is a Mike Nichols joint. It's not a...
Okay, Mike Nichols. Yeah. Who is also no longer with us, correct?
Who also did...
who was also married to...
Working Girl.
Huh?
A Kristy favorite.
Which one?
Working Girl.
Oh my God, yes.
And of course, The Graduate.
Married to The Anchor. Oh my God.
Will Ferrell?
No, not The Anchor Man. The Anchor. Okay, very funny. Anyway, I'm thinking Closer.
With Natalie Portman.
Yes, and it was a series of stories. Yes. Anyway, she was in that. My bad, it was not Soderbergh. Mike Nichols, I guess, is what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
Competent. Mike Nichols is very similar to Soderbergh in that there's not really like a through line to his work.
I don't know why I thought that though. Maybe like like you said, very similar. Diane Sawyer. Thank you. Married to Diane Sawyer. Aha.
The news anchor.
The whatever.
News anchor woman.
Sorry, woman. Yeah. Well, I said also anchor, and you immediately went to Anchorman. What, like Will Ferrell? Jesus Christ. Okay. Some perspective, please.
I don't know, Connie Chung?
There's
lots of anchors out there.
Because I know Mike Nichols is married to Diane Sawyer, I almost expect you to know that. Like, is this useless information again?
This is... I get so many invites to so many weddings.
I know.
I can't attend them all, just like I can't see all of these movies. So forgive me if I missed out on a celebrity wedding.
Mike Nichols being a huge a person in the industry, I just would think you would know, married to Diane Sawyer. Look, to the two of you that are listening tonight, if you find out nothing else tonight, useless information that I can give should this continue, because I have a lot of useless information.
So you've seen Erin Brockovich over 50 times. Is that hyperbole or is that a true statement?
I like to throw out big numbers. I would say since it's 2000, it's 2022. I'm gonna say I've seen Erin Brockovich easily 25 times.
And you did not see it in theaters, so you probably saw it on VHS. You rented it or something the first time.
I don't recall seeing it in theaters. Negative. Okay. I was just trying to base what I was going to give it, because anybody's going to look it up on Letterboxd and at this airing and see I have watched it but not rated it. Some might say you're not really a fan because you haven't really rated it or said anything. I'm also new to Letterboxd, so let's note that. I honestly stand by it. For me, it's a 5-star movie.
Oh, it's definitely an excellent movie. I'll probably...
I'm not seeing a 5-star from you.
I don't... It's not going to get 5 stars.
That's okay.
But I could go either way right now between a 4 and a 4.5.
Ooh, what's losing you on the half there?
Wait, what's keeping it from being a 5? What's keeping it from solidifying it as a 4.5?
Hear me out. We've talked about this, and I have to say it, so it's public now. I don't understand Letterboxd. I'm new to it. Okay, I'm trying to log stuff better, even though I've watched a million movies in my life. But I'm trying to do this. I don't understand. Sometimes I see my friends post something, and then they go, "It's 3 stars. This was terrible." But they give it 3 stars. So I don't understand the rating system. Or sometimes I see, "This was not good at all. 3.5 stars." I'm like, okay, so I still don't understand the rating. So I give it 5 stars, just me personally, just because it's a heart for me. It's a love for me. You don't have to do that. I guess I don't understand like the 4 to 4.5. Like, what are you missing? Like, what needs you to get there?
First of all, ratings are subjective, right? Anybody can rate anything, whatever they want for whatever reasons that they want. So it really comes down to a personal decision. With me, I don't like throwing out 5s unless I absolutely love the movie.
Okay.
Like recent 5s. Top Gun Maverick.
Sure.
I absolutely love that movie. I want to see that movie again.
Yep.
It's going to be we waited long enough to see that movie, but it's going to be an important part of my collection.
And I cheated on you because I saw it. On Monday without you for the second time.
It's fine.
But
when Erin
life
Brockovich
happens.
2 comes out, I'm going to see it 3 times without you.
Oh, okay.
To make it up. I believe she goes to space in the sequel.
Yeah.
That's what I hope.
Yeah. Okay.
And I hope her baby doesn't age at all from the original Erin Brockovich to today. I hope
if they're in space, you don't know. Yeah. I mean, the future, we don't know that could happen.
Erin Brockovich was a very well-made movie, very good movie.
Also Soderbergh.
But I mean, to that point, Soderbergh dropped the same year as Erin Brockovich Traffic. Same year, and Traffic won Best Supporting Actor for Del Toro.
Okay.
It didn't win Best Picture. I personally would watch Traffic again in a heartbeat before I watch Erin Brockovich again. I think Traffic is a fucking compelling movie.
Nobody can see because we're on audio. I did just roll my eyes at Shawn, but...
Kristy, what do you give Traffic? When's the last time you saw Traffic?
I haven't seen Traffic in a long time. I did see it.
Okay.
I know I saw it. That was with all the 4 the 4 different stories or different stories?
No, that's Crash.
Oh, that's Crash.
You're confusing that with a bad movie.
Okay. Oh.
Crash also won Best Picture and is the least deserving movie to win Best Picture.
I know I saw Traffic, but it has been a long time, so I apologize. It's been a long time.
Erin Brockovich did not win Best Picture in 2000. Because Gladiator did.
It did not win.
It lost to Gladiator.
She won.
Best Actress.
She won, and I believe that was the only Oscar that was awarded to Erin Brockovich was Julia Roberts. Of which, did I mention? She didn't mention Erin Brockovich.
Yeah, so again.
I'm back to that because it's crazy.
Christ. So Soderbergh was nominated for 2 movies for Best Picture. 2. Erin Brockovich and Traffic, and he didn't stick the landing on either one because he lost to Russell Crowe's Gladiator. Which, I love Russell Crowe's Gladiator.
Really? Should that have won?
Technically Ridley Scott's
Gladiator. Should that have won? Seriously.
It shouldn't have.
It should not have.
It's a very good movie.
No. Bloated Russell Crowe in Gladiator.
He was not bloated at all.
Okay.
He was fit as hell in Gladiator. This is not unhinged Russell Crowe.
Okay,
this is 2000 Russell Crowe.
Okay, let's not talk about Unhinged because that was a great movie.
Yeah, Unhinged.
He's bloated as hell.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But,
He's about to burst. That sausage.
That's a
is
great
cook
fucking
too
movie,
long.
by the way. Great. We need to rewatch Unhinged, but it's not applicable here to our podcast because we've both seen it.
Right.
But that's a great movie. Also, How I Feel Daily in my car. Also another story.
But yeah, no. Traffic, I think, is an exceptional movie that should have won Best Picture. And I think that Erin Brockovich was a very good movie that deserves accolades, but I don't think it's a Best Picture movie.
You know, she's never going to hear this, but Susanna Grant, I have to throw it out there. You did 28 Days. You did Erin Brockovich. You did In Her Shoes. And you did Catch and Release, of which you directed and wrote. I just like to give her credit. Sorry, I'm giving her credit because...
You could have gave her credit by leaving off Catch and Release.
Oh my God. Catch and Release is a great movie. I still stand by it.
Of
Jennifer Garner?
Of the 3 movies that you
and
just
Timothy
mentioned.
Oliphant?
Of the 3 movies you mentioned.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
Both of those movies are better than Catch and Release. I like Jennifer Garner just fine too.
Okay.
I'm not anti Jennifer Garner.
I don't want to mention any names, but a couple people give me shit for In Her Shoes. I believe you're one of them.
I am not one of them. I like.
Oh, you did like it, okay? And I gave that 5 stars.
Yes, I did not give it 5 stars.
No, I know. And honestly, looking back, would I give it 4.5? Would I give it 5? I don't know. I stand by it. I like Susanna Grant. I like what she says. I like 28 Days. I liked all the movies I just mentioned. And I'm bringing up her name again, not because she's a woman writer and because we got to do that whole female thing, because I'm not doing that because I'm a chick. I stand by it. She took Erin Brockovich and based on a true story, and you wrote this, and look where it went. It excelled. But either way, you're saying 4 to 4.5 on Erin Brockovich?
Yeah.
You don't have to decide right now, but you're vacillating between the two.
I'm vacillating between 4 and 4.5. And it might really be a 4.5. In all seriousness, It's a very well directed movie. It's got exceptional acting in it.
Yeah.
From the actors. It probably is the best Julia Roberts role that I've ever seen.
Exactly.
So if we're weighing it up against everything else I've seen her in, that she has the same amount of screen time, this is her
if
best
we did
movie.
Nothing else with Exposed tonight, we got you to goddamn like Julia Roberts. Is that fair to say?
I liked her in Ocean's 11.
Jesus Christ.
I had just
very small part,
just the right amount of Julia Roberts.
Yeah, because she was playing off of George Clooney also.
She also got the best credit though, because she got and introducing Julia Roberts
exactly
in Ocean's 11, which is the follow-up movie after Soderbergh.
So in answer to your earlier question, what made me feel like about Erin Brockovich and Kristy, what made you want this movie? I already gave you my reasons earlier because I liked her, and then obviously this garnered her so much attention, wrapping that back around, and then she finally won the Oscar. Now, did I ever think, does Julia Roberts need to have an Oscar? No, you're no Meryl Streep, girl. But this was good. And if I did nothing else tonight with Exposed, I got you to maybe like her a little bit better.
Sure. I saw a movie that I had not seen before, and that I was not in any real rush to see.
Right.
And I was very impressed by it.
And or pleasantly surprised, I guess, which is key. look, they're not all going to be bangers.
Oh no, they're not all going to be bangers.
And so they're not all going to be bangers, and you can make me watch something,
Jesus,
and I'm going to go, I hate this.
Gladiator won Best Picture that year. The nominees, the other 4 nominees, which included Erin Brockovich and Traffic, both by Soderbergh,
Wow,
was Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and Chocolat.
Okay.
I'm just going to throw it out there. With the exception of maybe Chocolat, which I like, but I don't love. All 3 of those movies are better than Gladiator.
Thank you.
You know, I don't know, was Gladiator like the pity vote
Did
for Ridley
he win?
Scott?
I'm trying to remember if he won
For Best Director?
No, I was going to say bloated Russell Crowe, but you said he wasn't bloated during that time.
Oh,
so.
for Best Actor, you mean.
Yeah.
I'll look it up. Soderbergh did win Best Director for Traffic, not for Erin Brockovich.
Oh, interesting.
So
yeah, but he was a double banger in that one.
He was nominated for both movies.
Yeah, which is impressive in itself.
And Ridley Scott was nominated for Gladiator.
Okay.
So he definitely took the directing, which is interesting. The only other movie that he was up against was Billy Elliot. So
yeah,
Billy
Soderbergh
Elliot,
had a chance because he had 2 movies in the ring.
Well,
so
but Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon was like the critics' darling that year, and it was a beautifully directed movie too. Yeah. I mean, I would have given Crouching Tiger that nod over Gladiator, and again, I really like Gladiator.
Sure.
Best Actor, Best Leading Actor, Russell Crowe did win.
Ugh.
But his competition, Jesus Christ, Russell Crowe did a really good job in Gladiator. I wanna just say that.
Okay.
But he was against Javier Bardem in Before Night Falls, Tom Hanks in Castaway.
Ah.
Which.
Wow.
If Erin Brockovich is Julia Roberts' movie,
I know.
Castaway is Tom Hanks' movie.
Wilson. Hello.
Ed Harris in Pollock, and Jeffrey Rush in Quills, which is a very underseen movie. Quills didn't. Jeffrey Rush didn't. Are you
telling me? Okay, we're segueing into a little bit, but I have to go there. Okay, can I throw in more useless information here? I have to. Because people at home, the more you know. You need to know. Russell Crowe, what was the movie he was in with Meg Ryan? That's when they had the affair. And she left Dennis Quaid. God, you know what I'm talking about?
Was years later.
So I'm not, until Unhinged, I know we're segueing away from, the movie we're talking about. This is key because it's important, and the more you know. He had an affair with Meg Ryan in the movie they were in, some shootout movie, some weird movie, and then she left Dennis Quaid because of that. And then of course that didn't last very long. And you could have stayed with Dennis Quaid, just saying. But whatever.
I mean, we're talking about Dennis Quaid, not Randy Quaid. I mean,
oh my God, we always do this.
If you're no,
Randy Quaid is Dennis's brother.
If she was married to Randy Quaid, I'd be sleeping around with everybody.
I know this, but no, it's not Randy Quaid from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Okay, yes, she would have been sleeping with everybody in town. It's Dennis Quaid. Have you seen Dennis Quaid?
Yes, I've seen Dennis
Quaid. So anyway, are you finding the movie she cheated on him with him?
I'm trying to.
This is important.
First of all, Russell Crowe's made so many bangers, and that's I think why Gladiator.
Anyway, she got with him before pre-bloat. Why don't you just Google Meg Ryan and
probably Meg Ryan is what we should be looking at.
No,
this is great radio.
Yeah, Meg Ryan and everybody at home. Sorry if you already know what we're talking about. Thank you.
Proof of Life.
Yeah, and that's when they got together. She left Dennis Quaid. And then that didn't last very long.
They were also together. Or no, they weren't. Never mind. I thought that Russell Crowe was in The Cut as well, which is the movie that she butchered her face after.
Oh, yeah. As well.
Or before. And that's... She went from looking so good in 2000 to not good.
To everybody at home, the next podcast before Exposed should be can Kristy talk about all the women actresses that have cut their face? Because that's a whole nother show, babe. It's a whole nother show.
That's a special edition.
No, it's a special edition. A la Meg Ryan, who started this. Don't get me started on Jennifer Aniston, who started this. To my knowledge, let's circle back to the movie we're talking about. I do not think Julia Roberts has cut her face.
And she is also not leading any movies lately.
Also.
Is that
okay?
Could there be a correlation?
You know what?
No, I'm
she
not.
has 2 kids.
I'm not the one.
She's
being
maybe
superficial.
done. Maybe she's done doing this. I do want to drop a little.
I want to just ask you right now, without looking at your phone.
Okay.
Without looking at anything, what is the last movie that you can remember Julia Roberts in?
No, I just saw it.
Yeah. Why are you looking at your phone?
Okay.
What's the last?
I hate when you put me on the
What's
spot
the
like
last
that.
movie that you can remember her in? I know one that I remember her being in that I haven't seen.
Okay.
I don't know if she's how big of a role that is. That was probably 2017. Not to say, I mean, the world's been weird with COVID.
No,
and everything.
I think
I don't know what she's doing.
Well, I also think she's. I think she took a break. I also like that.
I mean, props to her for not starring in a Marvel movie or anything else.
I also have to sometimes drop the little. What do you call it? The celebrity thing. I went to Hawaii in 2012 with my brother and his girlfriend, and we went to Kauai and stayed by Anini Beach. And I'm gonna say it wrong, I'm sure, but the beach down the way was Key. It's like Kee, I think. And sorry for butchering it, because I could be wrong. But Julia Roberts had a house there with her husband, and we didn't see her, of course, but it was kind of cool that she had a house there just literally down the way that she frequently stayed at. And then I read some, I think a year later she had sold it, but that was kind of cool, because what's with celebrities, by the way, in buying all the beach houses in Hawaii?
Well, they're the ones that can afford it.
Yeah. And Ben Stiller, where we were staying, Ben Stiller had his house up the hill. That was kind of cool. He bought his house there after he did Tropic Thunder, which was pretty cool. And he just loved the area so much that he did it. So, anyway. The
last movie that I saw, Julia Roberts, that I saw.
Okay.
Was 2004's Ocean 12.
Ooh.
Which I'm actually kind of embarrassed to say about that, because she's put out movies since then.
Sure.
Movies that I should have seen.
Like Mirror Mirror in 2012. Never saw it.
Never saw it, but I mean, she did Larry Crown the same
Something
year.
to talk about. Speaking of Dennis Quaid.
Okay,
interesting.
That's going back.
I know. No, I'm just saying, speaking of Dennis Quaid, because we were just talking about Dennis Quaid. She was in that. Not Randy Quaid.
Right.
Because you are confused.
No, I'm not
confused.
With the Quaids. I'm just making sure that the
saying.
audience understands that there's multiple Quaids.
Okay.
Some of them are attractive and some of them are crazy conspiracy theorists.
Okay.
The last movie that she was in that I was aware that she was in was Wonder, which came out in 2017.
Yes, okay.
I did not see that film, but I'm sure it's good.
And Larry Crown in 2011?
Right.
I did not see that.
What I'm shocked that you haven't seen, at least according to Letterboxd, you have not seen it.
Okay.
Is Mother's Day.
I was just looking at Mother's Day.
Gary Marshall.
Yes.
2016.
Oh my God, Gary Marshall.
Jennifer Aniston.
Yes. How have I not seen this?
Kate Hudson.
Is this the next?
Jason Sudeikis.
What?
Timothy Oliphant.
Oh, shut up.
John fucking Lovitz.
Okay. Pause, because we could do a whole thing on Timothy Oliphant.
We're not going to pause this.
That was a little bit of a. I meant Timothy. You said Timothy Oliphant. Can we talk about the elephant in the room? Jesus, we could do a whole podcast on him. Can we just pull up movies on him, because he is beautiful and love him?
Mother's Day has a 2.3 average on Letterboxd.
Okay, this isn't good. Oh, wait, Rotten Tomatoes is 8%. So this can't be good.
This can't be good,
This
but
can't be good.
like
No.
the actors involved in this,
Yeah.
it's like I'm compelled.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this up because
We're pushing an hour.
Yeah,
right
and
now.
I hopefully nobody is asleep.
If you've listened
you guys,
to us for
if
an
you-
hour, I'm sorry.
I know. But what we do here in this house, just an FYI before we wrap this up, what we're doing right now, all we're doing is taping this because what we normally do when we watch a movie, this is actually what we do. We sit and we talk about a movie and it's cool and it's chill. We sometimes agree, we sometimes don't agree. But what this is about is hence exposed. Something he's seen, I have not. Something I've seen, he's not. This was our chance to like,
This is our test.
yeah, and let you into our maybe boring conversation, or maybe you're interested, or we don't know. But this was fun for
You
us.
can put this on when you need background noise at work.
Yes,
You can put this on when you're out of Ambien.
yes. If
And
you
you-
cannot sleep at night, we are here for you. And honestly, put this in your headphones, and I'm like
Listen.
Delilah, and I'm just gonna talk you to sleep with our
Talking about celebrities who
Yeah.
married other celebrities.
And again, hit me up if you need useless information because I have it. Now, what's coming from my husband, because I think he has it, I don't know. He's hitting us up with the next Exposed, assuming you like this one. But I think he's going to announce the next one, which I don't know what it is. I'm afraid because I see the look on his face. But the next one's going to be the Exposed of what I haven't seen that he's seen, but it's our next one, and go.
So, the movie that I'm going to expose Kristy to next week has won no Academy Awards. But I think it's an absolute banger of a film. I've shared this with many people, and no one has ever been disappointed. So, tune in next time when we discuss George P. Cosmatos' 1989 film, Leviathan. Have a good night, Kristy.
Cheers and peace to you all.
Stay safe out there.